All right, folks, we are back. It's the Alex Jones Show. I am Jason Burmis, sitting in. Alex on the ground in Hardin, Montana, where they've recently launched a privatized foreign mercenary service at a local prison there. And again, the guy they put at the head of it, multiple felon, 17-plus aliases, over $1 million in lost civil suits. And he's calling himself Michael Hilton. But he has many, many aliases, and we are trying to find out who are his boss. Becky Shea, who's doing PR for them, refusing to discuss who the parent company is. But with your vigilant efforts, our listeners out there, I'm sure we will get the truth soon enough. Let's go to Nick in New York. Nick, you're on the line.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I just got 3 simple questions, if you may.
Okay.
1, where is the governor of Montana?
That's a good question. I don't think he's weighed in. The Attorney General has now weighed in. They say that they're going to do a probe. I'm not sure anybody's called the governor's office. I would encourage people to do so. Go ahead, Nick.
Second one, where's the local county sheriff?
Well, that's the thing. They're trying to disband the sheriff's department. I don't know where the local county sheriff is, but they have been trying to get rid of them because they say that they're unnecessary. The town is small. Like Alex said, it's black in most of the town. There's not a lot of lights around. It's not like this is a 24/7 running city. This is a small area. What's the third question?
Third question is, I just don't understand how you can usurp the authority of a county sheriff, not under the
Well, that's how you get rid of them, Nick. You just say that they don't exist and we need a privatized police force. Unfortunately, again, this is the new America. I thank you for the call. More calls after this. Let's go to Robert in California. Robert, you're on the line. Yes, sir.
Jason, I want to tell you what a great job you did last night and a great job today.
Well, thank you so much.
But let me confirm exactly what you and Alex were saying, and I want to say that I have a friend, I'm not going to get into detail, but his spouse is in the Department of Immigration, and she's a higher up in the Department of Immigration in Washington, D.C., and she told him, because I called him today to warn him not to take the shots, and I told him about the mercenary camp, and he told me that his girlfriend has seen that they are giving citizenship to foreign mercenary soldiers fighting alongside the troops in Afghanistan and in Iraq, my friend. It confirms exactly what you and Alex Jones have been saying at huge numbers, where she is looking at it and seeing that it's disturbing her, and she works for the government.
Well, it's in the thousands, no doubt. And remember, foreign troops on U.S. streets will be more apt to round out American citizens. They will be more apt to use violent force against American citizens. They will be less apt to rise up against the state because they look at this as their meal ticket, their way to a better life. So they won't care. I mean, I don't understand how people cannot get the fact that it is bad news to have a foreign mercenary criminal, this guy Hilton, with 17-plus aliases, running a privatized detention center that's going to be training other foreign mercenaries and troops. Again, it's the end of America. It's mind-blowing. It's hard for me to understand. It's hard for me to conceive, yet it's right in front of my face. We'll be back after this. Is the Alex Jones Show. Alex set to join us in the final 20 minutes of this hour with a report from Hardin, Montana, on the ground, getting as much intel, as much information as he possibly can as this story breaks nationwide. And this is a call to all the people out there that have not lost their souls, that have not lost their humanity, that have not lost the ability to love one another, to care for one another, to look out for one another, to take action today, to decide this is the day you change your life. To get this information out to your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, your friends. It is so vital, so important that we stop this right now before this program expands from Montana into California, into New York, into Chicago, where some of the leaders are now saying, the streets are just too dangerous. We need martial law. We had the Schenectady mayor trying to say that crime was so bad there they were going to disband the police department and bring in the military for martial law. I can promise you, folks, martial law is not what this country was founded on. Martial law is not the Constitution and Bill of Rights. Martial law does not involve a free populace. Martial law is tyranny. Martial law is a nightmare. And these are the steps towards martial law when you bring in foreign mercenary forces who are under the direction of private corporations who remain, as of yet, unnamed. And that is the reality we are dealing with today. Today. This isn't in the future. This is now. So please stand up for what is good in this world, for what is right, for that baby in the crib in the other room, for your son or daughter who's off to kindergarten, for your teenager about to graduate high school and move on to college. There is so much to live for. There's so much that is still good in this country. We can work together. We can save this country if we want to, if we decide to take action, if we decide that we have great power within ourselves. All right, let's continue with the calls. Let's go to Lou in Massachusetts. Lou, you're on the line. Yes, sir.
Information. Hi, Jason. I've got
some
information about the Richard Culver character.
Let's hear it.
I just did some basic internet searches, and it looks like he is a director for a company called International SOS. That what they do is they basically, it looks like for like $150 a month, you can get yourself a little insurance policy, quote unquote, to get yourself out of a jam. And they've got offices all over the world, supposedly. I don't really know that much about it.
Well, you know what? We did some similar research, and we have not been able to confirm whether that is the same Richard Culver. We appreciate everybody out there trying to get as much information together as possible, and I even appreciate the call, sir, and the work. Somebody else has shown me another Richard Culver that works for a major media outlet, and I don't want to say that major media outlet yet because I'm not sure if this indeed is the same Richard Culver. I would just encourage you, Lou, and others to continue your research, continue your vigilance, and let's find out what this Richard Culver character has to do with American police force. I thank you so much for the call. Let's go to Mona in Montana. Mona, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
All right.
Good. Hey, listen, I'm from Montana. I've got information for you. We actually took a trip to Hardin, Montana 2 days ago.
Okay.
We're about a six and a half hour drive from where we are.
That's great dedication, ma'am.
And we're politically active here and 24/7. So I wanted to let you know that we actually went to the City Hall and tried to get copies of the meeting minutes from September 15th from the City Council, the meeting with the Two Rivers Authority that is headed currently by the Vice President, Al Peterson. And they denied us access to those documents initially. But then when my friend Dan Cox pulled out his State of Montana Constitution and explained to them that Article 2, Section 9, which is the right to know, gives us the opportunity to request those documents. And they
Hold over, Mona. I want to find out what happened, what was in these documents. We appreciate your vigilance. We're going to continue with the phone calls, and we were talking to Mona in Montana, who drove 6 hours with a partner of hers. They tried to go into the city council meeting. They tried to get documents. At first they said, no, you can't have these documents. He pulled out his state constitution. You were able to get these documents. What did they entail?
Well, the documents that we did get are the minutes of the previous meeting from September 15th regarding the economic development section that includes Two Rivers Authority and APF. This is a laundry list. Actually, it's more like a Christmas wish list that they're going to actually give to the city. You should see what's on this in these
Mona,
these minutes.
We need to see what's on these things. Do you have access to a scanner or a fax machine?
I do.
Well, can we give out the fax? Can we hold her over, John, and give her the fax information, and we will have we'll have you fax that out and email the information because it is so vital we see what was actually discussed at these meetings and put on paper. Just go over a few things for us right now.
Okay, let me just give you a couple highlights here. What I think it's important to mention here, it says that, let's see, with that said, the Two Rivers Authority and the contract was signed by officials representing Two Rivers Authority